Welcome to Hidden in History.
You've been accused of stealing bread from the monastery.
Please have mercy. I did no such thing.
To prove your innocence, we shall throw you in the river. If you float, you're guilty. If you drown, you're innocent.
A few moments later.
Run.
History is full of bad ideas, but a few were so impressively, unbelievably, face-meltingly stupid they didn't just happen, they became official systems. From corpse trials to criminal pigs, from holy pee to flaming elephants, these are the moments history finally said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Welcome to Hidden in History, where ancient logic goes to die. Trial by ordeal. The Middle Ages justice was simple. No lawyers, no evidence. Just throw the accused into fire or water and see what God says. If you sink, innocent. If you float, guilty. It was basically courtroom meets wipeout. They used hot irons too. If you burn healed in 3 days, innocent. If it got infected, guilty. Or, just medieval. They even made people eat cursed bread or swallow poison to prove innocence. In one 11th century case, a woman held a red-hot iron bar to prove her innocence. She passed out. They still said it proved nothing. Eventually, even the church said,
Okay, maybe this is less divine justice, more divine guesswork.
Animal trials. Yes, we put animals on trial. That includes pigs, goats, roosters, and once, a swarm of locusts. In 1386, a pig was tried in France for killing a child. It was dressed in human clothes, assigned a lawyer, and sentenced to death. They took this seriously. Some animals were even excommunicated or banished. And yes, some were acquitted. Imagine being a medieval lawyer explaining why your goat client deserves a second chance.
Your Honour, my client is but a humble barnyard resident, incapable of malice or intent.
You're not a real History Channel until you say, the pig was innocent. The Cadaver Synod. Year 897. Pope Stephen VI puts a corpse on trial. The accused? His predecessor, Pope Formosus, who had been dead for months. They dug him up, dressed him in papal robes, and sat him on a throne in court. A deacon had to speak on behalf of the corpse, while Stephen screamed at it. The corpse was found guilty. They chopped off his fingers and threw his body in the river. The public was horrified. Riots broke out. Stephen was imprisoned and later strangled. The next pope dug up the corpse again and gave it a proper burial. Then had everyone pretend the trial never happened. It was the ultimate, this meeting could have been an email. Bleeding cures everything. For over 1,000 years, doctors had one answer, blood. Too much of it, always. Got a headache? Bleed. Toothache? Bleed. Feeling blue? Leech buffet. They believed in balancing the humours, blood, phlegm, black bile and yellow bile. Some patients were bled until they passed out. That was considered progress. George Washington's doctors bled him of 5 pints of blood. He died shortly after. But hey, at least he died balanced. Eventually people realised maybe draining the life force out of people isn't great healthcare. Miasma theory. Before we knew about germs, people blamed disease on bad air. Doctors wore bird masks filled with herbs. Hospitals burned incense. Cities burned tar barrels to cleanse the air. Florence Nightingale believed in miasma well into the 1850s. So did a lot of 19th century doctors. They feared smell more than sewage. They feared open windows more than fleas. If you got sick, the cure was not soap, it was potpourri. The divine right of kings. The idea was simple. God made you king. Therefore, you can do whatever you want. This justified censorship, torture, cousin marriages, and declaring war because someone sneezed in your direction. Louis XIV said,
I am the state.
They ruled with total authority and shocking hairstyles. Eventually, people got tired of being taxed into oblivion and started chopping off heads. Turns out, God doesn't protect you from guillotines. Urine, the all-purpose miracle. Romans used urine to wash clothes, whiten teeth, and treat wounds. It was collected in jars and taxed as a public good. Yes, people paid P-tax. Medieval physicians diagnosed disease using urine's colour, smell, and taste. Some even licked it. Imagine going to your doctor and he drinks your sample like a fine wine.
Hints of kidney stones and peasant diet, lovely.
Execution by animal. Why kill someone yourself when you can let a trained elephant do it? In ancient India, execution elephants were taught to crush skulls or rip people apart. Some had blades strapped to their tusks, some were trained to dismember slowly for dramatic effect. The Romans threw people to lions, bears, and crocodiles. It was justice, but with snacks. Eventually, someone realized, maybe we don't need a whole zoo for sentencing. What will be banned from us? We laugh at the past, but let's be real, the future is going to roast us too. They'll say, wait, they paid strangers to drive them around in unlicensed cars? They inhaled watermelon-flavoured chemicals for fun? They trusted billionaires with healthcare apps? So maybe don't judge the pig trial too harshly. We've got our own dumb traditions. We just haven't banned them yet. At least we finally stopped putting pigs on trial. Still waiting on someone to ban people who say leeches were underrated. If you like weird, hilarious history, make sure to click on the video in the end screen. Like, subscribe, and comment down below if you know anything dumb that needs to be banned. It gets dumber from here.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified of the next Hidden in History video.